Hi, I'm Jeff, and I'm a therapist.
And I'm Tyler, and I'm a patient.
We're going to talk about trauma, healing, and everything. Everything is traumatic.
Pull it on out. Hey there, good evening. Welcome back. Hold on. Good morning, good evening, good night, good dusk, good dawn. Welcome back to the podcast.
You know, we haven't talked for a while that our studio's name is the Ass to Ass Studios.
Oh, yeah. We're coming at you live straight from the Ass to Ass Studios recording.
Deep from the bowels of the Ass to Ass Studios. Do you see what I did there?
I love that. Yeah.
All right.
We call
That's a little
I
wordplay, we
love
call it.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got the room with the producer in it. That's the small intestine.
Yep.
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 Yeah. Everything's body part related here in the ass to ass recording unit.
It's my understanding that if you stretch the small intestine out to its full length, it'll go around the earth 3 times. I read that in a book.
Right. I heard that too, but I just don't believe it. And with as much morbid shit that's out there, we had to have tested it, right?
If we haven't, we need to.
There's no way there's that much small intestine. First of all, it's the small intestine, okay? We have a small and a large. So if the small one can already wrap around the fucking world, well, how long's the large? Or is
I
it?
think the large is just wider. It's not longer. It's not the longer intestine. It's the large intestine.
This is a
And
very
small.
good.
Yeah. And the small intestine is just obviously incredibly either uh, flexible or stretchy,
Okay.
or
Yeah,
it's just
that's
really
true.
long.
Yeah, no, you
Yeah.
had a great point with it's not the long intestine. It's just the large, but
It could be 2 inches long. It's just really large.
right. It's just super vague because it's not the stumpy intestine,
Right.
it's not the noodle intestine. It's just
Right.
the large intestine. Anyways, speaking of large and small intestines, today, tomorrow.
Let's do our shout outs.
Oh yeah, the shout outs. I mean, I was gonna give people what we were talking about.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And then we can shout. So our shout outs are the fucking the dog's barking. That's just bound to happen. That's okay.
It's just adding to the craziness of this recording.
Yeah, it is. We're just stumbling in. We're stumbling on this. We're fucking rocking and rolling, talking about school and why it's traumatic and why it sucks.
Yep.
That's our topic, people. So hopefully you stuck around to hear that, because you need to hear what the topic's about and you need to be guided through the podcast.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm frustrated with the listeners and the format of trying to get an audience.
Yeah, it's tough to get an audience, and we're trying different kinds of things to do. So, but we are going to do our shout outs.
Yep, that's our staple. That's a staple.
That's one of our things. Routine is something apparently people like. They like to know what to expect.
Mm-hmm.
And so shout outs are something that people have either grown to like or they turn it off about now. So we got a shout out to Tiffy Stallsworth, who I don't know if she went to school or not, but we're horrified of her that she will kill us or harm us in some way if we do not shout her out, because she's pretty awesome, but also a little scary.
She went to school
in a good way.
Yeah.
I think she did go to school. She said she went to Carson Newman and Pellissippi and maybe Walter State
and UT, and she also went to Vanderbilt. She made the school tour.
Yeah, she has her doctorate in psychology, I think.
She said, "Motherfuckers, I bet you I could get a degree at every university."
Yes. Yes. Yeah. So we just definitely want to shout her out. Just crazy, a little reciprocal, August Aguilar.
Yeah,
Uh,
August, thank you for the shout out on the
he
podcast.
shouted us out, and he's also got a podcast, which he does, which is I happen to be on
Yep.
the other week, and it was fun. We talked about film and filmmaking, and it was not traumatic. It was nice.
Yeah, Jeff actually had a very nice conversation with August instead of these really fucked up ones that he has with me.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know him as well. I feel like we have a little more trust and understanding. I haven't spent a whole lot of time with him, so I was on good behavior
Right.
because I didn't
Yeah.
want him to totally be offended or shocked or something like that. So
Yeah, you didn't want to start measuring intestines with him.
yeah, exactly. That's something that we will do eventually, and when we do a live show, we will
Yeah, maybe
see how far we can stretch it.
yeah, we'll go to a body farm or something. But if you get a chance, look up Strange Films Podcast. Talks with
Yep.
filmmakers and actors and other creatives. Check out Jeff's episode. They have a really insightful conversation about filmmaking and just how it like works, kind of, or just like the things they like. It's really nice. It's really neat. I really like the episode.
Yeah, it was fun. He's got a lot of different filmmakers on. A lot of different people. He's got a whole little universe. I mean, I think he's creating something sort of like a View Askew universe for those of you who know the
I
Kevin
love,
Smith
yeah.
universe. I
Oh
think
yeah.
he's creating his own brand where you've got the Strange universe, which has a lot of little tendrils and different things, and he's bringing it together in different ways. So, um, I've had the chance to work with him a little bit, and his films are really interesting and creative, and he's trying to do a new film, I think, but we'll let him talk about that
Yeah.
in another. So,
Yeah,
um,
we'll have him call in and but yeah. But I do like his films a lot too, and I hope to work with him someday.
yeah,
Um
let's call.
shout outs. Who else you got?
Sh- I want to shout out to you, Tyler.
Oh.
I would like to shout out to you because you are the one that sort of has made this possible. I just lie down and sort of make stuff up, but you're like editing and recording and doing all the heavy lifting, so to speak. So, and I guess you listen to the episode to edit it.
Yeah, I usually listen to it all the way through to take out like little stuff here and there. Like
Yeah, so you're a listener.
sometimes you can hear me hit my vape and stuff like that. So
Yeah, yeah. So you're definitely a listener too.
I am. You know what, Jeff? I want to shout out to you as well.
That's very nice, my friend.
Because without you here on the show, it's just me talking and absolutes that I don't know are absolute, and you bring some gravitas to the
I think we
podcast.
balance each other out, and that leads right into school.
Yep.
And we were talking a little bit as we were preparing for the episode. We do a lot of push-ups and sort of improv work before,
Mm.
get our voices ready.
The voice exercises.
Lots of voice exercises. And so we were talking a little bit about the idea of school and how the concept of college or a K through 12 school has maybe adapted through the years.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you knew this. I'm pretty sure this is true. The school system, the K through 12 system, was created to make people follow directions so that they could work in factories. That was the sort of structure it was set up upon to get people
Wow.
to follow orders so
No.
that they could work in factories.
Fuck. No, I did not know that, Jeff, but it makes 100% sense.
Yeah. Right?
That's crazy. And totally no wonder. No wonder it's just mind numbing and fucking boring and socially awkward and they make kids shower at the
Make kids
school.
shower together.
They
I
should
was horrified to shower. We were supposed to bring a pair of shorts and underwear to switch into after gym. This is in middle school.
Hmm.
I wasn't going to shower with a bunch of other boys, not because I am homophobic, because I'm not, but because I was so fucking shy that I wouldn't even take my shirt off.
Right.
I wasn't going to change a shirt and gym, so certainly wasn't going to shower. But some of
Mm.
the guys would shower every after gym. I just stank.
Yeah, I mean that option was available at my school as well. And it's that's such a weird sentence. The shower is the option. Um but totally in the same boat. Like, no, I'm not gonna fucking shower a bunch of fucking dudes who are gonna make fun of my body and like
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So, I mean, I guess athletes get used to that because they're doing it all the time.
oh
I
yeah.
remember, listen to this, my friend. I remember trying out for the soccer team. This was in high school, and we all had to go and get a physical, and the coach was a doctor.
Uh-huh.
And so he did the physical, and the physical was simply a ball check. It was a hernia check.
Uh-huh.
And so we had to get into our shorts, pull down our pants in a line, and he would do the cough check.
Mm-hmm.
It's humiliating.
Yeah. So what happened to that gym teacher? That's also a doctor.
I mean, it was legit. He was a doctor, and he wasn't abusing us. It was a hernia check. I guess that's all that mattered was you got a hernia, you can't play soccer. But it was just a little bit for me. I was incredibly shy in school,
Mm.
so it was I was horrified
Is that
that we were doing this.
is that what kind of like teenager you were? Like, like I feel like high school, I'm at an age now where I can stereotype these fucking whippersnappers. So um what clique were you with in high school?
What? Okay, so you guess what clique you think I was in, and I'll try to guess what clique I think you were in.
Oh, that's a good idea. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess that you were um I think you were with like the artsy kids, the weird artsy kids.
So that's about half right. So I was a band member. So I was with the band kids,
Band geek.
and I
Of
had some other
course.
friends. I had some other friends that were artsy. So I had about 50-50. Half my friends were in the art department and not doing band, and then the other kids were all pretty much art kids. I mean, band kids.
Okay. Okay. So I was kind of half
We were the nerds. That
the
we were definitely
nerds.
the nerds.
The
Yeah,
nerds. Okay.
yeah.
All
So
right.
I'm gonna guess that maybe you were. Um, you seem like you might have been involved, interested in the arts in some way, but also maybe you didn't love school, so maybe like you got in trouble some in school.
No. I mean, I got in trouble once for stealing some chocolate milk, and I got suspended.
Milk is a requirement for growth.
Well, it was like the big bottle of chocolate milk, and like they very clearly just like put it in my pocket, and like they didn't
Yeah,
even like sit down and sneak it. I was just like open the pocket milk, and they're like, duh, duh,
yeah,
duh. You're taking
right.
the money out of the lunch lady's mouth.
So what kind of kid were you?
I was the stoner kid.
Stoner
And
kid. See
stoner
that
kid,
yeah,
but I
yeah.
was also like the drama geek too.
Yeah, well, that's what I meant with like the art stuff.
Oh,
Like,
okay. Yeah, because like I didn't really do a whole lot of like art class stuff when I feel
gotcha.
like I
But
should have.
you were dramatic.
Yeah, I was the drama kid.
There you
I
go.
played grandpa in the play because my hair was already
So
receding.
so I had some really good teachers in K through 12. A handful of really good teachers and some extraordinary teachers. I also had a lot of just mediocre teachers. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't have but two or three just loser teachers that were just soul sucking. And every gym teacher I ever had, except for the one I had K through 6, was a total like horrible human being that enjoyed the pain of others.
Mm-hmm. Like a good gym teacher.
Yeah, a lot of laughing, poking, misogyny, uh, disinterest.
Just escalated so quickly.
It got so
Laughing,
bad.
poking, misogynistic. He was racist.
What the hell? Hey, did they have that? Did they have that physical fitness test where you were in when you were in high school?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I did not pass that.
Man, that's like making you. I mean, it's like how many pull-ups can you do? None.
No, yeah, none. I'm
I could
sorry.
do none of them. How many push-ups? The only one of those I could do was the push-ups. I could do whatever the push-ups needed to be, but I couldn't do the run. I couldn't do the.
Yeah.
What the hell is a rope swing for? It's like a death instrument. You're supposed to crawl to the top of that. They put
Hmm.
one little mat under its softness, and you're up like 150 feet in the air. And
Yeah.
yeah, I can climb the rope.
I think it
What is
was. I think it was like shadow testing to see which kids are going to be fit for the army. So, because they like to get them when they're
I,
young.
I bet. Did you have the rope thing?
Oh
The rope
yeah,
in the gym?
yeah. No, I was not climbing the rope. Me and the rope did not get along in that fashion. We only get around. We only get along with the rope to neck.
Yeah. I mean, is it a requirement in the United States that every high school gymnasium have a rope just sitting in the corner, hanging down, sort of saying, "Hey, climb me, fall, and break your skull"? Is
Yes,
that like something the government requires in every school?
yes.
All right,
Jeff,
because
how you gonna?
I've never been in a school without one.
Well, how you gonna test out who's gonna be a good soldier or not? So that way the army can get them when they're young.
And the people that fall get medical experiment performed on them.
I
So
mean,
that's
just the dumb ones. If you fall, but you're like nerdy and smart, like you can fly a drone.
I feel like high school, and it's getting worse, but I feel like it's the worst possible setup. There's some good teachers there. You learn some stuff that's important, but it's really about control, and it's so controlling
Hmm.
that when you get out of school, you're like, "Oh, I don't have to follow all these rules anymore.
Yep.
I can just do stuff." And then you're filled with like this anger of like the 12 years of having to follow these. I have to ask to go use the restroom. I have to get a pass from you so that I can actually go empty my bladder
Hmm.
instead of just being like, "Hey, I gotta pee. I'm going to walk over here and pee." You got to ask and humiliate yourself
Yeah,
to.
I'm sorry. I'm deep in thought thinking just like cuz I used to really be a firm believer that like public schools are a good thing just in the sense of like you need a populace that's educated.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking about it more and more and it's like, man, I really do all they do is just get I don't want to say it. All they do is just go get shot. Like what? We don't need a public school anymore.
I mean, the concept, the only way you can have education is being forced to do it, instead of the idea that there's a lot of different ways to educate yourself. And you and I have different educational backgrounds, but you're an intelligent dude. We can have very deep conversations because you know stuff, because you have learned it. And so this old idea of this is what makes people successful, or you got to go to college to do this, or you got to be successful in school, is just rubbish.
Yeah.
You can be successful and not have been good in school, and you can know things,
Yeah, it's just
you know?
because I feel like us as just the humans like want to learn things. But at
Yeah.
least for me like school was always kind of hard just because like I had a hard time focusing cuz if I'm not interested in it It's hard for
Yeah.
me to learn it. And that's slowly changing because I know I need basic life skills and I need to know how to do basic things because life is not an adventure. Sometimes you have to wipe your own ass.
Yes.
So,
You know what? I heard a thing. This is a school fact for you. I read it on one of the social media sites that King Henry VIII had four people in his lifetime, and their job was to wipe his ass after he pooped. That was
mm,
their job, and he knighted all of them.
yeah, I would. That's a Henry VIII is a man that. Did you say the eighth?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They ate the big guy. I mean, he's like sort of.
The
I
eighth
think he was
one.
a bigger guy.
Right. But I mean, he knew. Yeah, he knew a tough task when he when he
He knew.
saw it.
I mean, and so an important job, right?
It was a very important job. Like
So,
a lot of people want to shit on the trade jobs of the sanitary workers, the garbage men, the plumbers. Like, but that's
but
a
why?
because it's a fucking classist thing that oh those
True.
people are below you because they handle the shit we
But
don't want
that's
to
the way the
handle.
world used to work. You had your family had a profession or a trade, and
Hmm.
you passed it on. And now we go to school and be like, I want to be a marine biologist, which is great if you want to be a marine biologist, but it's just like, I don't think those fish really need all that help.
I don't know, Jeff. There's a lot in the ocean we do not know about.
We know so little about the ocean.
The ocean is pretty fucking scary.
I mean, there's so much stuff in the ocean we have absolutely no idea about. We know so much about space that's a million miles away, and we know almost nothing about our oceans.
Well, I think the ocean is a lot scarier than space. Like in space, it's
It's
like
incredibly scary.
in space, as far as we know right now, it's like ooh a rock, oh a black hole
You
that can
can
turn us into noodles. Oh this.
you can see space. We can explore space with ships
Mm,
and or um, telescopes and cameras and stuff. We have like a little thing on Mars running around.
yeah,
But
this new.
in the ocean, the pressure is it's so dark
Mm-hmm.
and the pressure is so great that you can only go a certain depth for a certain amount of time. And so if there's aliens, they're probably in the ocean.
My God.
You think?
I mean, that's what octopuses already kind of look like aliens, Jeff. I mean, fuck that.
Octopuses are pretty impressive.
A lot of those fishes already kind of look like aliens. Now, this is a conspiracy theory I can get behind.
That the octopus is our aliens.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the fucking ticket. That is one that could have some credibility.
They're really odd and
Yeah,
smart.
and they're smart as shit, Jeff. They are smart as shit. You got to watch your back around an octopus. They be switching tanks and shit.
They got eight paws, is what they got.
Oh, pause. You
Well,
were
I don't know what they call them. Tentacles,
tentacles, Jeff.
tentacles.
Tentacles. They're the main antagonist in hentai. They're always just
That's true. Yeah,
slithering around.
there's a lot of yeah. It's I've seen some things. I've seen some things that I can't forget. Yeah, and some hentai. Whew. Even in some non-hentai, there's some tentacles. It's
God,
just not as explicit, but there's a lot of tentacles in Japanese animation.
one thing I know. I mean, look, I've definitely come across some hentai videos before. I don't go out and seek them. I don't crank it out to animated. It just sounds like I do. If I just keep doubling down and saying I
You're
don't.
digging a hole, my
I'm just
friend.
digging a hole, whatever. Like I've watched it, and it's like it's weird when you see the ones that are like censored.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like what?
It's like we're gonna show tentacles going in every orifice of a body, but we're gonna like make sure that the genitals are a little bit pixelated,
Hmm. Yeah, it's weird.
so you don't know what's happening.
It's like make the tentacle. that's phallic shaped. Blur that out so no one knows that that's supposed to be a penis. Like that
They don't
doesn't make
really they don't really like pixel out the tentacle. They pixel out only this little tiny
the tip.
orifice.
Yeah. Oh, the slit.
Yes, yes. Whatever the tentacle is entering, that is pixelated out. But you see everything else.
Yeah, and it's weird.
I
It's
mean,
weird.
you know where the tentacle's going. It's not fooling anybody.
It's not. Yeah, it doesn't cut away from it to a reaction. I mean, maybe
I wonder
sometimes.
where that tentacle disappeared
Yeah,
to.
that tentacle. It's Chekhov's tentacle. Everyone, we brought. we-
What's the Schrodinger's cat? The Schrodinger's tentacle.
A Schrodinger's tentacle. Yeah.
And that reminds me, this is something that we haven't really talked about yet. But I know our podcasts seem a little improvised and creative, but they've all been written. Every word has been written by somebody that we sort of have a beef with.
Yeah. I'm
Is
glad.
it beef time, or we want to talk some more about
No. I
school?
think this is a perfect opportunity to break the facade here for a second. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Like everything that we're saying right now. I'm reading a script right now.
Yes.
Um,
Even this part.
yeah, there was a weird pause earlier, and that happened because I forgot my line and I had to look at the
Yeah.
script.
And so the undercurrent that you may have noticed, and we're tired of it. We're taking back our show
We're taking back our show.
from the person that likes to flaunt it, his money and his wealth and his fame. And I think everybody knows who we're talking about.
You know, Jeff, I had a thought.
Yeah.
Should we even say his name?
Let's give a lot of clues.
I don't even think we should say his name because I mean I feel like
No,
that's like he's got some Voldemort energy going around.
if we say the name, he will probably get another check from Facebook
He
or
probably would,
Netflix
yeah.
or Soki Mountain Park or whatever, or
Or
Outer Banks, or
the big
somebody's
one,
going to give him the
the big one.
the big one.
I don't even know if we should say the big one because
We shouldn't say the big one. I mean,
But let's
he was just an extra in the big one,
yeah.
but he acts like he was a big one in the big one.
I mean, I can't blame him for that. I truly cannot blame him for that, Jeff. If I was in his shoes and I was a small one and a big one, kind of like intestines, really. But if it was, if I was a big one, if I was a small one and a big one, I would act like I would. By proxy, I am a big one. At the
I mean,
very
but
least, a medium.
he's in every local movie, every single one. And if
He
he's
is.
not in it, he's there directing traffic.
I think he's watching where the money's going in these local short films, Jeff. That's what I think's happening.
I think he knows. I mean, I know he's a father to two boys
Yeah.
to really enjoy soccer. He has, I'm not going to mention the name of the film, but he has been pushing around a really, really good film.
He's been pushing around this film that sort of reminds me of that scene in Twilight.
All right. I'm not sure. I have not seen Twilight.
There's a part where they play baseball.
Oh, okay. Is Twilight the one where the BDSM guy has sex with the whatever, the 50 Shades of Grey? Is that?
I think that's the same author but different
Different characters.
settings.
All right.
I mean, one of them has vampires, and that's Twilight.
And one of them has BDSM
And
and
yeah,
spanked.
I know people get them confused all the time, but there is a distinct difference.
Well, and this person is actually fairly nice, but then he pulls the rug out from under you, and you see the true face.
Yeah, and
Uh,
it's kind of hard for me to talk about him because he's so interwoven into some of the stuff I've put out. And
oh yeah, yeah,
quite frankly, this kind of it's kind of like history repeating itself, really. Because I mean, I almost have an itch to go out to my car and make a little video.
yeah, yeah. I gotcha.
So
Um, I don't know. The one thing I've noticed about this person, um, is that when you comment on Facebook, he immediately comments. It's like he's waiting by the computer, just like he's got 40 screens and it's got every single person that could comment, so he can make sure he gets a
he
comment
really
in.
is the first one to comment. But you know what? He never comments on what I post.
He doesn't comment on what you post.
He doesn't. I don't post a lot.
Are you Facebook friends with him?
Yeah, of course, I'm Facebook friends with him. He tags me in a lot of posts. He's a very nice guy, but like
He
sometimes
is
he's just an
nice.
asshole.
He is probably one of the nicest men in the community.
But
But
also
I
fuck
mean,
him, because no
you
one is
know,
that nice without
save nobody's that nice,
nobody's that nice.
and save some work for somebody else.
I could play a lot of roles that Big can play, because I don't know if you guys have noticed.
You just,
I
you
said his
you
fucking
just,
name. It's all right. I can
oh
take it
yeah,
out. I'll take it out. I'll take
all
it out.
right. No, I think you leave it
I
in.
think you know what? I think it's time. Fuck you, Big. How dare you?
He's, you know, he's got this concept for the show. You've been food.
hmm
I don't even know what that
You know
means.
what, man? I was there when he pitched it, and I helped pitch it.
Yeah, but he's taking it on as his.
Well, understandably so. I mean, I'm really just hoping for like an associate producer credit or
I would
something.
just like to be somewhere. You know what I would like to be? I'd like to be Dirty Pea Water somewhere he rides an inner tube down a slide. I'd just
Yeah,
be happy to be the pea water.
yeah. Like I can look back at my friends and be like, "Hey, that guy that's on all the billboards,
Yeah.
we're swimming through his pee. He peed in
Yeah.
it."
We're the pea. We're the pea.
Or I think we should ask him about that. Of like if he peed in the pool, and that's in
That's
that
interesting.
advertisement.
He gets $100 every time that if you see that on
Oh my
Facebook or something and
god!
you share it, he gets $100 every time that's shared.
What about the billboard?
Yeah, that's $1,000
Fuck!
every time somebody drives by that billboard
Ah,
and says, "Man, that's an attractive man. He looks
fuck!
like he worked out." He
Yeah,
gets $1,000.
fuck, dude! I
Yeah,
pass by that billboard like all the fucking time and always point it out. I'm like
yeah.
practically just giving him money hand and eye.
I've pleasured myself in front of that billboard.
Oh, that was you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was.
I mean, we were both there pleasuring
Okay,
ourselves
but I
at the
wasn't
same
paying
billboard.
attention. Again,
I mean,
we're
he's an
shy.
attractive man. He's incredibly smooth looking.
Yeah, I
His chest
know.
is like he just looks like he'd be snuggly.
He's very like he's got what I think people can refer to as cum gutters.
What is it called?
A cum gutter, Jeff. It is a slang term for like a 6-pack, 8-pack, 12-pack.
Oh, a cum gutter.
Cum gutter, yeah, cum
I
gutters.
gotcha.
Like, cause the
Yeah.
cum can just slide so
It sort of like just
seamlessly.
has a place to hit, congeal a little bit, and just slide on
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, yeah. Like if they gets in the shower, he can clean it up very nice.
I would like to state that I'm very, very tired, and this has been a week. I know we've talked a little bit that we are both have had some things happen this week that have been traumatic.
Yeah.
and I'm very worn out, and I feel like maybe this is some of our best material
Yeah, I think
because
this
we've
is,
gone off
you know what?
script. We've gone off the script of being
Yeah,
roasted.
I want to really emphasize that everything up to the point where we started talking about him
Mm-hmm.
was
It was scripted.
scripted, and like it was his fucking idea. He's like, I think we could talk about school a little bit, and I was like,
Yeah, yeah.
really just trying hard, aren't you?
The way I feel is if you are offended by something we say and not offended in a funny way, then Bing wrote it. If you like it and think it's creative, then it's sort of off the cuff.
That's
We've
yeah.
gone off script.
And if you tune in to the commentary on this episode where we talk about the episode over the episode, we'll
Yes.
point out what was improvised.
Yes. And that is something we're planning on doing after we finish the season,
Yeah,
which we're getting close to finishing.
we're
We're going to have
getting
a
close.
version that comes out with commentaries and behind the scenes
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well,
pictures and
pictures
videos
and
and
videos and keychains. We're also
there
gonna
we
have
do have keychains and
there,
some stickers.
and yeah, we're gonna have all that stuff once we wrap up the season. But as of right
So let
now,
me
yeah, go ahead, Jeff.
you see me with my shirt off. So if Bing
Correct.
has cum gutters, what would you call my belly?
Well, see, there's not really like a gutter for the
There's no gutter.
there's no gutter. See, you would have what we call a keg.
Is that where it goes in your belly button?
No, it's just the shape of the belly is keg like. You see, because like
Keg like? Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a little ball button.
we measure our human body with anything but like an actual measurement here in America. So we call it a 6 pack, a 12 pack, a 24 pack. So yours would
Or
be,
I'm a keg,
or
right?
your
Because I have no
keg.
definition, basically.
But kegs are great.
Yeah,
Who doesn't
I'm
love a
not. I'm
fucking
not saying it's.
keg?
Yeah, everybody just loves to pop. What do you do to the keg? You
You
stick like a thing in it.
you pop
Pop the keg.
you pop the keg, you put the fucking pushy down thing on there so you can get the pressure and squirt out the beer.
Yeah, you pop the keg.
So I guess
That would be a movie. We could make a movie called "Popping the Keg."
popping the keg.
Popping the keg,
You know what?
and sort of. Yeah.
Oh, no. I feel like I cut you off, but I was just
No, no, I got nothing else to say.
it's time for our segment. How bad is it?
It's how bad is it? It's bad. It's like popping the keg bad.
So what's the pop in the keg bad? Oh no, on everything. Something. What? How long?
Is that a dog?
Yeah, Maggie's in here. Sandy came in. She's
Maggie's
wondering how
Maggie is
long.
part of the. You know, in every coming of age movie, there is a scene where teenagers try to get a keg.
Uh. Sorry, she just came in and.
I'm not sure what just happened. It sounds like
So.
we've got sound effects going. It's like watching. It's like watching. What's the show that with like Garrison Keeler in it? It's like watching that show when the sound effects guy is coming
Oh.
in doing noises
Yeah.
for
Okay.
your home companion
So
before he started like molesting people.
right. So
Yeah,
wait, wait. He's what? He started
he,
molesting
he like
people.
well he. I think he was. I think he did some unwanted touching. He got thrown off the air for something.
No, Sandy bursted in, and not bursted.
Yeah,
She came in very quietly, but the dog followed her in, Maggie,
gotcha.
and she was. So we have like this like fake wood flooring or whatever,
Yeah,
and so like, and her Maggie's nails are long, so
right.
you can hear the click click clacking of everything. And so she came in and wrote on this notepad how long, and
how long are you doing the?
How
How
long?
long is this gonna
Yeah,
go?
how long is this gonna
Like,
fucking
how
go?
long are you two idiots gonna continue
You
with this
guys
tonight?
are
Because
gonna
I would like to have my space back.
you guys are gonna fucking fucking talk about school, but really just talk shit about a friend of yours and talk about aliens from the ocean. How fucking dumb.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
wasn't the vibe at all. But um
She probably was just asking like how long, blah blah blah. But
yeah. She's just checking in because she just got home and
because she's a normal human being.
yeah, we sit here and record our phone calls and fucking so,
Oh man,
you
this
know,
has been a week.
it
I
has.
mean,
How bad
um,
is it? How bad's this week?
um, it is so bad. Okay, I can't think of anything for that, but I do have a joke. What is a chicken's favorite classical musician?
Uh, Bach?
Bach, 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 bach.
God damn it.
Which is a little bit of a callback to an earlier episode we did where we did dad jokes.
That's right.
And Ken Patterson was involved in
I
that.
know. Ken hasn't called in a while.
Yeah.
Ken hasn't called in a while. Why did you ever call us, Ken? If you get this far
Ken,
in the episode, give us a call.
we miss you. We actually need some structure.
You never call your podcast anymore, Ken. What's going on? What's
Yeah. He just
happening?
used to just call us and chat.
Call
Just
in
in the middle
and
of the
fucking
recording.
give us a better topic than what we were trying to do. But you
Oh
know
yeah.
what?
He would if he was doing the podcast alone, it would be much better than what we put together.
Yeah, I know. But what are you gonna do? We're in the ass to ass studio. We're it's kind of secluded in a bunker. We don't know what time it is.
So what episode will this be?
This episode two I can check right fuck.
22 or something?
This will be episode. I'm looking at my computer. We really shit the bed with this episode. I'll tell you that
No,
much.
man. It's there's
You think this is good content?
I don't know, man. I feel like there's been a couple of really good moments. I'm
You
not
know what?
sure it's going to be like all together great, but I feel like there's been some zingers in there.
There's been good stuff. You know, I'm pretty confident about the episode. She's pushing in a note.
Is there another note coming in? Like, please stop while you're ahead. Who is this person you're talking to? I'm very proud that we've made it into the 20s with episodes. I feel like
this says
it's pretty amazing that we took it from an idea to this, and it's still going, and people are listening. Not many people, but people are listening.
People listening. This will be episode number 23.
Wow!
And we're gonna call it "School is Traumatic." That's our whole thing.
23. That's like 23 episodes is like half a year.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that is half a year. Well, yeah, we started this in May. We're already doing a retrospective. That's how. That's how unconfident we are.
It's the best of episode where you go back from the greatest hits of the first 23 episodes.
The greatest hits podcast. All right, you know what, Jeff? I think this has reached its logical conclusion.
I think we need to stop before we have the FBI show up at our houses.
Yeah, I got 4 notes that say Tyler on it.
It's got to. I mean, something's got to give.
Increasingly getting bigger. Oh my god! All right. Any final thoughts on the school or aliens from the ocean or starting a feud?
I just think no. I don't have anything to say. Well, besides, take care of yourself. I mean, it's a wild, crazy place out there.
Yeah.
The ocean.
The ocean. The shadow people. There's like 14 of them. Oh my
Yeah.
god, they keep getting bigger. All right. This is all of us here at Everything is Traumatic. I'm Tyler.
I'm Jeff.
And as always, take care of yourself, drop out of school, and sell drugs.